Let's talk about the speed demons. So the two speed demons in this game, well, primarily the two speed demons, is FINRAL and VALTOS. As you guys know, they are extremely goated. They are the fastest units in the entire game, without a doubt. I believe William is coming in as third when it comes to the fastest unit. He's either second or third, but if you do max him out completely, I do believe he is potentially the third fastest unit. FINRAL and VALTOS. FINRAL, I believe, maxed out with everything. He is the fastest unit in the game. So I'm going to be going through the builds on what you guys should be putting on these two units. Keep in mind, VALTOS and FINRAL, I believe, are going to have exactly the same gear set. Your talents might be a little bit different, but I think I went ahead and kept them both the same. And then William, I'll do a separate video for William if you guys do want that, so stay tuned. But today, just focusing on FINRAL and VALTOS. I feel like by now, most of y'all have already probably built them up on global. But for those who are kind of maybe like still trying to hope to get these units and you do want to work on them later on in the future, which I do recommend because they are going to be game changing for your account. Especially if you do take PvP seriously, then these guys are absolutely a must-have. You're always going to see either FINRAL or VALTOS or both on a PvP team comp, without a doubt, like 99% of the time. So yeah, that's how goated these guys are. If you do max them out and everything, if you do put on the correct gear set, all the stuff, then FINRAL is always going to go first, followed by VALTOS coming in second. There is one way in which VALTOS can probably go first, but to get that resource is beyond insanity, so I'm not even going to bother talking about it. But like I said, by now y'all should know what these guys do. Obviously, FINRAL on his ultimate increases your speed, AoE. On his second skill, increases your, I believe, physical attack. It's either physical attack or crit rate, one of those. And then he also buffs up speed as well, really good. And then for VALTOS, it just goated on his ultimate. He does increase all stamina by 20%, which is huge. Allowing your units to always go first, because if you guys don't know, stamina before speed, and especially on your first turn basis, this unit is essentially goated. So really good, really powerful. I do recommend you all build them up if you have not already. If you're missing one or the other, like for me on my global account, I am missing FINRAL. Like I do not have this unit, so for now I'm rocking VALTOS. And even okay, with my VALTOS at not even +1 LR, he's just regular LR, by the way, he outspeeds FINRAL. So I believe non-maxed out, just LR as is, I think he does outspeed FINRAL. I could be wrong on that, so please someone do confirm. But yeah, I've been running him on global for my PvP team, and he is outspeeding FINRAL on first turn. So I think he does outspeed FINRAL. I want to say that, but I'm not too sure. Anyways, let's move on to the build. So like I said, these guys' builds are going to be exactly the same for the most part. Speed, 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 speed. You always want to go with the speed set for these guys. Do not focus on attack, defense, or HP. If you do want to focus on those substats, then, I mean, if you do want to focus on those stats, then keep it as your sub-stats, okay? But for FINRAL, I did give him a 4-piece of the gold speed set because it does give him a 5 speed increase. Okay, so he does have a +5 speed increase, which is huge, essentially making him the fastest unit in the game when maxed out, like I said. And then for the second, gear set, I did give him a 2-piece set of the regular speed set, not the gold one. This is a, on the first turn, increase your speed by 20%. Really good, just even more speed that you're able to get off. And then pretty much that's it. That's it. You do not want to give them like an HP set, a defense set, attacks, or anything like that. These guys are not meant to do damage, and they are never really gonna do damage, right? If anything, they can just help out with chip damage, but mainly they are your support type units. And generally speaking, support type units don't offer a lot of attack. You just want them to live. You just want them to provide that support. If you do that, you are chilling. So with that being said, a 4-piece gold set, really helpful. I do recommend it. Keep in mind, these guys are probably the only units in the game that are gonna have a 4-piece set. Majority of the rest of the units, which are gonna be like your debuffers, tanks, all that stuff, attackers, healers, they're really never gonna have a 4-piece set for the most part, just because it doesn't offer like the greatest of value. The only reason why I did give a 4-piece set to FINRAL and VALTOS is because speed is so essential, okay? Maybe not so much in PvE, but in PvP they make a gigantic difference, which is why they are the only 2 units in my entire roster of characters that have a 4-piece set, and that is a gold one. So yeah, I just want to kind of clarify and get that out of the way, because I know some of y'all might be asking, oh, why don't you put a 4-piece set for other units? It's just not worth it. It is way better to go with a 2-piece set, and that way if you do go with a 2-piece set, you can probably get like 2 or 3 gear sets on that unit that you're trying to do for. So hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, and then I believe VALTOS has the exact same gear set. So if I go over VALTOS, same thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be all LR too, by the way. Keep in mind, like, some of it I'm still rocking SSR, UR, and they're not even level 12 yet. But if you do obviously want to go for a CC stat increase, then upgrade it all the way to level 12 if you can for LR rarity. And keep in mind, every time you do upgrade, that's more stats. So for example, this piece, I'm probably gonna get to LR first because that's more HP, more health that the unit has, and you know, less chance of him dying sooner rather than later, which is great, right? You want these units to survive, you want them to offer that support role, so that way they can give you that speed increase, stamina increase, attack increase, all that stuff. Things that will allow your DPS units to kind of go in and clean house. That is what their goal is, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. And then when it comes to the talents, looking at Valtos, so yeah, you do not have to focus on the attack one if you don't want to, but if you do want to go for like a little bit of CC increase in attack, then you can give him a 7% increase in magic attack. I believe Valtos and FINRAL are both working off of magic attack, which is great, even better. I do recommend you do give him the defense one, so I did give Valtos a 20% increase in defense, and then the second one is a 4% increase in defense and critical resistance up to 5 times per wave, which is huge. And then for this one, it's going to be a 20% chance to reset skill number 2. And then this one, I made a mistake. I should not have gone with this one, but I do recommend you probably want to go something like this, maybe. Let's see, what is this one? Is this 10%? Damage reduction. So yeah, damage reduction would be good, and then the 20% chance to reset skill number 2 would be great. Or if you want to, you can do the special point one, which would not be bad either. But yeah, let me actually go ahead and change this real quick. So yeah, 10% damage reduction, that is huge, and then the 20% chance to reset your skill number 2 is huge as well. And then that is going to be it for Valtos, and I believe FINRAL should have the same thing, if not something's different. FINRAL, I went ahead and just did it just because. So what is this one? Oh my god, what is this one? I think I completely messed up here because I remember working on a FINRAL very early on. Yeah, don't do this one. Go for these two. Go for these two. Do not go for this one, okay? This is a bad one. Don't do it for FINRAL. And then when it comes to your HP nodes, okay? Because I know some of y'all might be able to start farming this, maybe not. It is a little difficult, I would say. But essentially, the middle piece for your HP one is the one you want to focus on, especially FINRAL Valtos, because if you unlock the HP node in the middle, there is one item in particular that gives a speed increase. So if you take a look at this one is increasing my speed by 1. There are other items in the game very similar to this one that can increase your speed up by 2 and up by 3. Those are extremely rare to get, and it's going to be in your limited time sections, and they're not always there. They're on like they come up like once or twice a week, and it is very hard to get. Not that it's difficult hard, but it's very hard RNG. So if you can get these, good luck. But yeah, you always want to give FINRAL Valtos the speed one. In case you guys don't know where to get that, let me show you real quick. You can go over to your farming stages. It is going to be in the regular one. You go over here, you go to your HP one, and starting at level 12, is it 12? Starting on level 12, you can start farming the speed one, okay? It is only going to be a level 1 speed increase, but you know, take it. It is very goated, especially if you do put on speed units, you are chilling. So if you put on speed ones, you were great, and then level 13, 14, and 15, they do have it, but it is very hard to get, and you can't take gear food for this either, by the way. So good luck getting it. If you can, man, you are very lucky. But out of like thousands of runs that I have done on this, I only have one of these. That is crazy. Think about that, okay? So hopefully that makes sense to y'all. But yeah, that is going to be it regarding FINRAL Valtos. And then obviously for the skill pages, team comps, I mean, I guess I can show you anyways while I'm here, but I'm pretty sure you already know what team comp to do. Skill pages, obviously you do want to give FINRAL his, because you know, it just increases speed and everything, really helpful. And then Valtos, obviously give him his card as well. There really aren't any substitute cards that you can get for these guys that like offer speed increase, all this stuff. If you want to, I mean, I don't think it offers, what is it? Is it speed increase? It's something on the okay, level 3 life, and then yeah, if you use a special move, 11% movement increase, which is huge. So yeah, anything regarding stamina or speed, I do recommend it, but there aren't a lot of skill pages in the game that currently do this. I believe these two are the only ones that have it, very similar to that. So hopefully that makes sense. And plus these skill cards really aren't that, like, they're not that difficult to pull, so you can get them from summons. And keep in mind, they are in the friendship summons, so if you do want to do some friendship summons to potentially try to get their skill pages, you absolutely can. And yeah, good luck. And then when it comes to team comps, so let me show y'all real quick a potential team. So PvP, obviously, y'all should already know my team comp. PvP is going to be, well, for global at least, I was thinking about on a JP basis, but global, your team comp is going to look something like this, most likely, right? You could probably do that, and then if you want to, something cancerous. What is something cancerous? Actually, dude, if you want to be like actually like cancerous, then you could do this. Yeah, that would be a pretty nutty team. Speed, stamina, and then debuff with the AoE. But then keep in mind, you really aren't going to be doing damage like that. I mean, Lotus can do damage, but not on a scale like that. So if you do want to do something like maybe this for a stun team, that would not be too bad either. You could do, there are like a lot of variations you can do because of FINRAL VALTOS just offering that support. But if you want, you can do something like that. That would not be too bad. Or if you want to really play your life, you can do this, but then you're not going to have any attackers at all. So this is not an ideal team comp. But I would say maybe running 3 speed units is kind of like too much. So I would recommend probably doing something like this. This would be absolutely amazing. If you do want to take like a Rodis, you could do something like that. You know, that would not be too bad. And plus you do have the stun barrier as well. So yeah, with that being said, I will end it there. Let me know what y'all's thoughts and what character I should do for a build for if you do want to see more builds. But yeah, take care. Peace. Antho out. And more videos to come. All right. Bye.